Hi kids, it's Mr. Idovich. You can see I'm here with my fancy headphones on because I don't know if my computer is connected properly, so I don't know which microphone I'm speaking into right now. Such are the joys of distance learning. Anyways, I brought you here to your courses page, which is actually my courses page, but yours will look something like this to remind you that when you do check in for the math test tomorrow for Chapter 5, you cannot go to the Maui page. You have to go to the math page, Math 325-1. And you click on that, and that will bring you to, hopefully this doesn't take forever, this page. And you're going to go inside this red folder here. This is where your test is going to be located. So you can click the drop down and you can see it right here. And I'm going to go ahead and publish it quick so that I can preview it, but please do not take it until tomorrow. Not that you're all thrilled and anticipating taking this test, but it won't. Please don't take it till tomorrow. Once we get everything set up and I can preview it for you, we'll talk a little bit about what the expectations are for the test and what it looks like. So you can see some of the questions here. I'm going to try and make it as big as I can. And I'm going to start a new attempt on a preview. So it should come up just like it does in school, but we'll see. Looks like there are 9 questions. You can see the bar up on top, and this should move forward or fill up as you answer those questions. So you start with number 1. Looks like number 1 is multiple choice. Farmer sold 869 eggs on Monday. She sold 587 more eggs on Tuesday. Then on Monday, how many eggs did she sell on Tuesday? So they have the bar model drawn for you already and labeled with the numbers. They do not have it labeled otherwise. What you need to do is just solve this in your notebook and then go ahead and select your answer A, B, C, or D. Once you do, you can move on to the next question. There is no place for you to type in a sentence like we've talked about before. This is just straight math here, and you do not need to record any kind of answer to show your work. So once you finish with number 1, you go on to number 2. Similar kind of question. Rebecca saves $2,980. Sebastian saves $345 less than Rebecca. How much money does Sebastian save? You have to look at the bar model, complete your work on your notebook paper, and then choose the answer you feel is most appropriate. Kids, I'm just going to tell you to be careful here because sometimes one of the reasons I don't like computerized testing is kids will solve their work on paper and then they'll pick the wrong answer when they select their answer, and there's no way for me to know otherwise. So please be very careful when you do select your answers. There is a workaround for that in case you do select the wrong answer, and for whatever reason you need to go back and fix it. You just need to let me know, and we can talk through that process and how we're going to do that. But it's got to be a legitimate reason to go back in. So just be super careful. Number 3, Sam has 1,234 stamps in his collection. Tom has 345 fewer stamps in his collection. How many stamps do they have in all? Kids, this is a 2-part question, so you need to solve it on your paper. If you do only one of the parts, then you will not get the answer correct. So just like we've practiced, this one has a part A and a part B. Make sure you find both parts and do your best to solve them. Question number 4. At a concert, there are 460 men, 352 women, and 164 children. How many more adults than children are there at the concert? So you can see the bar is up here for the adults, and the missing piece here is where you're going to find your answer. But again, you have to solve both parts of the problem in order to get there. So you should have a part A and a part B to come up with your final answer. Question 5. There are 2,065 girls and 2,349 boys in a school. 1,890 of the children wear glasses. How many of them do not wear glasses? So again, you have to take a look at this bar model and figure out what you need to do, but this one will have 2 steps also. So if you've identified the pattern already, there's not too many of them on here, at least yet, that will not have 2 parts. So you should be writing everything down, because kids, if you try and solve these in your head, or you do not complete both parts, you're going to end up getting them wrong. So again, just be careful, go nice and slow, there's no time limit. Question 6. A washing machine costs $678. The washing machine costs $865 less than a refrigerator. Find the total cost of the 2 items. And again, they have their bar model and they have it labeled, but this time they're missing numbers in here. So you're going to have to figure out what numbers go where. And for this one, I will tell you, you do not need to redraw the bar model on your paper unless you think it will help you. You can certainly do that, and it might be effective for some of you, but for some of you it might just be one more frustration or one more thing that's going to take a little bit more time. And I do want you to go slow and careful, but I also want you to focus your effort and your energy in the right place. So you don't need to write the bar model again. Just figure out the total cost of both items and write your answer into the blank here. All I need here is a number. And if it's in the thousands place, you should use a comma, but they already have the $ and they already have a sentence up above, so you don't need to type that in also unless you want to. If you do, you're not going to get it wrong, but it's just a little bit of explanation for you. We're almost done going through the preview here. We've got 3 more questions. It says Bob used 420 cups of water to make lemonade during the first week. During the second week, Bob used 87 more cups of water than he did during the first week to make the lemonade. How many cups of water did Bob use during the 2 weeks? So again, labels, bar model, you need to identify where the numbers go, and you should be able to recognize which parts are going to be addition and which parts are going to be subtraction, because just like everything but the first 2 problems on this test, this does have 2 parts to it. So you should be solving your work on a piece of notebook paper. And then again, down here where it says blank 1, you just need to type a number in this box. This number would go on this blank line, so whatever that is. Moving on to question number 8, there are 2,356 children in the hall. 987 of them are girls. How many more boys than girls are there in the hall? This one does not give you any kind of bar model, so at this point I will leave it up to you, because you will never, at least not in 3rd grade, you won't have to use bar models again. So you can choose to write a bar model for this problem, or you can choose to solve it just with regular calculations and straight addition and subtraction without drawing any kind of model. That's up to you. But your answer should go in this box. Again, if it's in thousands place, you should have a comma there, but I only need a number. I do not need any sentences. And then last but not least, it's the same thing for question number 9, and after this we'll get to, we'll finish this little preview of the test up, but I'm going to tell you, most kids when they solve question 9 after 10 years of doing this, they need to draw pictures. So if I were you, I would recommend drawing a picture of Johnny, a picture of Kevin, and a picture of Leon, and comparing them that way. And it doesn't have to be a fancy or a detailed drawing. You're just drawing them like little stick figures, but that way you have 3 people there that you can see. Otherwise, when you start comparing their heights, it's going to get a little confusing for you. So my hint on number 9 is just to draw a picture of the 3 people involved. Again, you don't have to turn any pieces of paper or any work into this, and there's no place for you to record answers, so you should just be answering the multiple choice and typing in your answers. But kids, it is a good idea, and I will tell you, you will do, or you will do much better if you show your work on a piece of paper than if you don't. And if you do show your work on a piece of paper and you do need help from me or someone else, it's going to be much easier for someone else to talk you through that process if you did not do it in your head. So anyway, that's what the test for tomorrow looks like. Hopefully you've watched this so you have a good idea of where it's at and how to get there. And this is what we will be doing tomorrow during our live session. So have a great rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.